I was thinking maybe we could write all stuff together, find some songs that we all love. I'm not a solo act anymore. I'd love to get this band back together.
Souls Road is a movie that brings a disgraced rock star back to the hometown he abruptly left behind. But that also means confronting some of his biggest fears and regrets. And joining us live this morning is Dallas Smith, singer, musician, and now actor, star of Souls Road. Dallas, good to see you this morning. Thanks for joining us here. I know you got a big night with the premiere tonight here in Toronto. Let's talk about Souls Road and your foray into acting. What is all this about?
It I've tried out for a few smaller roles. You know, voice acting, it interests me always. And then I played at Boots and Hearts and a couple of years back, and I guess somebody who had a script and a production company and you know, wanted to bring this script to life and saw that I could be maybe fitting in that position. So yeah, I tried out for what I thought was a small part. I got the call back, and then during the callback, I got told it was for the lead, and I'd be in most of the scenes in the movie. Wow. So
was that intimidating and nerve-wracking?
Yeah, my heart sunk for sure into my stomach. Yeah. There was a lot of anxiety going into it. But once I kind of got on set, and I've done a lot of music videos in my past, so being around the cameras was fine. But it was very intimidating for sure.
How is it different from a music video to sort of a feature film? You know, music videos are kind of like you're kind of boiling everything down to like a 4 or 5 minute video. Feature films are 90 minutes, etc. What was that like for you? Because it's much more exhaustive, much more intense, I'm sure.
Music videos are long days, but I pretty much know the song. Whereas this, it was every single day. It was learning new lines. So that was the biggest challenge. Is retaining the lines and learning them, and then trying to get them out of me without looking like I'm trying to remember lines, right?
Yeah.
So it was a challenging aspect of it, but it was I had a great cast around me that was very supportive, knew the position that I was in, and helped me along the way.
So you talk about, look, you're a performer. We all know you from your country singing and your musical talents and everything else. But how do you compare the idea of performing for a camera in a movie versus performing on a stage with songs that you kind of know by heart, you've written, you're a part of? That's got to be a strange dynamic.
Yeah, well, I'm part of the song process right from the inception, right? So I know it very well. I've spent many, hundreds, probably thousands of hours on stage, where this was a completely different animal. Yeah, it was. So it was, but like I said, it was challenging, but I just kind of relied on the director who I knew, Joel Stewart. I'd done some stuff in the past with, so I knew I was in good hands. And then the cast was just fantastic with me and helped me along the way.
Are you going to do more?
I'd love to, maybe a smaller role somewhere, but I had an absolutely fantastic time, so I would love to get back into doing something else for sure.
And musically, I understand you've got a pretty extensive tour happening.
Yeah, we're putting some new music together.
Guy.
Yeah, so we got a 51 date tour.
I looked at the list. I couldn't even keep count.
Yeah, so the idea behind this one is I was a big fan of the MTV Unplugged series.
Yeah.
In the early mid-90s.
Yeah, it was great.
So my favorite records,
Clapton,
Nirvana, all that stuff, right? So I've always wanted to shape a show around like that idea. So instead of like the smaller towns coming to the bigger festivals, we're taking sort of this MTV Unplugged style show into the smaller venues in the smaller towns. We're going to everybody else. So yeah, it's now 52 dates. And I'm going to be a busy guy this fall.
I feel like with those Unplugged shows that you kind of hear more of the music because the audience almost has to listen a little more, because it's not like sing-along, loud, raucous concert, right? If there's an intimacy and there's more of a, I don't know, ethereal vibe.
Yeah, totally. It's going to be hearing a lot of the parts a lot more clear, voice, all the parts, right? All the little candy stuff on top. Yeah. And this is going to allow me to tell a bit of my story. We're going to play some default stuff from the old band off the top. Yeah. So telling the story of kind of what it was like for a kid in high school, shy introvert, to all of a sudden you're all around different countries and continents with people singing songs back to you, right? It was a pretty wild, wild rocket ship I was on. Yeah.
Hey, Dallas Smith, pleasure talking to you. Good luck with everything. Nice seeing you today. Good luck with Souls Road and this Unplugged tour as well.
Thank you very much.
Good to see you.